This weekend, I spent over 1 million coins changing up one of the theme teams on the squad. We're going to show you those changes, open up some packs, and also prepare for part 3 of the Most Feared promo coming later this week. Let's jump on into it. Yo! What's going on, everybody? It's Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 26 Ultimate Team video. We got episode number 25 of the Wallet Warrior series here on YouTube. If you're new here, number 1, down below in the description of this video and every other episode, there is going to be a link to the playlist so you can follow this entire series. It's me starting on day 1 all the way through the end of MUT 26, building the very best possible MUT 26 team for my style of play and the players that I want to use. And by the title here, you might know what's going on. We changed one of our 2 theme teams. So if you're joining a little late here, you haven't seen any of the prior episodes. Prior to this one, we are rocking a Eagles-Packers theme team. I went ahead and made a switch. You might notice we're up to a 90 overall. Let's run through and show you a bunch of the cards that we purchased, making this switch to a brand new theme team. And you can probably figure it out very quickly just looking at this Malcolm Kuntz card that we added, along with Team Builder Trey Tucker, and we got a brand new Team Builder drop coming tomorrow, which will probably be 88 overall players. Remember, these cards get ×2 chemistry for whatever theme team they represent, so they're really good at helping you build the theme team. But I'm just running through and showing you all of the cards that we added to switch over to a Eagles-Raiders theme team. Now, Jeremy Chin, interesting pickup because he might actually get replaced in this very episode, but for now, he is our starting strong safety. And of course, at the very end of the episode, I will give you a full lineup update. We made an upgrade over at left guard with John Simpson, who comes from the Most Feared promo, but also gets Raiders chemistry. We even made a change at long snapper. 83 overall Andrew DePaola is going to be our brand new long snapper because he also gets Raiders chemistry. For the most part, the cards that I've showed you weren't really expensive pickups, but I did go ahead and drop 677,000 coins on the Collector Series Eric Dickerson, who also gets Raiders Chem. Could have used Spotlight tokens on him to save myself some coin, but at the time that I made the purchase, I was at 10.8 mil, and I don't know how long I'm going to stick with the Raiders-Eagles theme team. I don't know how long this card would be on the team, so I decided to just go ahead and purchase him with coin. And then on Saturday, with the brand new Legend content drop, Leroy Glover at defensive tackle came out, and I dropped 540K, got that a little backwards there, as my brand new DT number 1, and again, another card that's going to get Raiders Chem. On top of that, we also had some pretty good pack luck this week.
It just doesn't seem like it's worth it.
W?
Do I have any Chargers fans in the chat? Can we spend a second to talk about Syracuse legend Oronde Gadsden and how amazing he is?
Did we just get a champion from a dollar pack?
I want to be excited about this, I really do, but I already have this card and it's B&D, so I'm just going to quick sell it for candy. What's the likelihood I pulled the B&D twice? I'm not complaining, but geez.
This is a bit of a rare episode because we don't have any free packs to open up. I didn't save any for the recording on this one, but I am going to drop $25 on the Retro Champion Opportunity Pack, and I do have some cards in the binder from packs that I opened up this weekend when I was live streaming. Nothing crazy happened outside of what I just showed you, but these opportunity packs that end up, giving you a high percentage chance at pulling a champion level card tend to be some of my favorites if I'm going to spend money in the game. So $25, we're going to open this up because you do have a 51% chance at a 90 overall Collector Series card, and I'm assuming that's going to include the cards, or only the cards, that came out this past Monday, in which out of the 4 champions, Jamal Adams is one of them, who obviously is going to get Raiders Chem and could be end up the card that ends up replacing Jeremy Chin. Do just want to point out, because the way this has worked so far, I'm down to 6,200 points on the account. I don't remember what I started the year with, but so far, all of the points that have funded this account, I didn't actually spend money. I had a bunch of PlayStation rewards that I earned over like the last several years that I I had no idea about, so I redeemed all of those points for gift cards and use all of those gift cards to basically fund this account. We are starting to run low. Now, I think we did pretty good given the amount of points that we had. It's basically November, and I still have a little bit left here. As far as how much money I'm going to spend going forward, I don't know, but this has definitely been, so far, one of the lowest amounts of money that I've spent this early in a Madden Ultimate Team year. So we'll see if we can continue that trend, but I haven't been spending, like I haven't opened up any $100 bundles for the most part. The only things that I open up are like the small offers that come out, you know, like this 250 point platinum offer. We might as well go ahead and open this up, right? And we like to save and hoard the coin quick sells that we get, like that 75k daily we got, and cards that we get from packs like this. I like to save these throughout the season, treat them as like a MUT savings account. So at the end of season 3, we will go back through and just quick sell all of those things. But overall, I've really been only focusing on like these $25 offers, the smaller pack offers that come out on a daily basis. And, you know, Zero Chill is upcoming, you know, over a month away. But that's typically one of the bigger promos of the year where I will probably spend a little bit more than normal. But overall, I'm not going crazy, and I think we're in a pretty good spot. Also not rushing to add, you know, these recklessly high price. Okay, we got a champion card here. Let me interrupt my thoughts. Give me Jamal Adams. We got Jimmy Smith instead. I'm not mad at it, but it's also not really the card that I wanted. Getting back to what I was saying here, I've been pretty strategic with the amount of coins that I've been spending, making upgrades, not buying the very high price LTDs. So I think we're in a good spot to where we're not going to have to spend a ton of money going forward. And we got 10 million coins, a little bit less than that, obviously. A pretty good team and a lot to work with. But one thing that might become expensive over the long run, but it's going to come back to me, is this Collector Series program. I said it in yesterday's content video. I think I'm going to try to collect every Collector Series card for Season 3 with the brand new Retro Series. So though I'm not going to use this Jimmy Smith card, I am going to hang on to him. Maybe we throw him on the roster because we have him, but I'm going to try to collect all of these cards so at the end of Season 3 I can trade them in, get a free 92 overall B&D player. I use the word free loosely because obviously I just spent some coin here, or spent some money on this pack, but we'll be able to sell all of these cards back after completing the set, hopefully recoup a ton of coin, and then get a 92 overall B&D player out of it. So you're going to be able to follow my journey for the, you know, the next month or so throughout Season 3 going after these cards. Normally I would end up selling this one because it's a card I don't want, and then probably use the coin to go out and get Jamal Adams. But we're going to hang on to this, and we're going to pay attention to the pricing on all of the 90 overall cards, or all of the champion cards that come out throughout the duration of Season 3, and try to get them when they're at their lowest price point, hang on to them, and then, you know, have it all kind of come back to us at the end of Season 3. I do definitely want to add this Jamal Adams, and as you can see, compared to like Jimmy Smith, Tyler Linderbaum, he's a lot more expensive than the other 90s that came out, with the exception of Ed Too Tall Jones, who is also basically about 500k. So Jamal's going to cost me a little bit, but I did get 1/5 of what I need to get his set done. But not only that, we should be able to get, you know, some coins back from selling the current strong safeties that we have to make room on the roster for Jamal Adams. Also, in hindsight, I'm pretty happy I didn't end up buying the Brian Dawkins. Does that make me a fake Eagle fan? Maybe to some of you it will. But, you know, if you compare Jamal to Brian Dawkins, I'm taking Jamal Adams over Dawk in this instance, any situation, right? Better hit power, way better man coverage. He's 1 inch taller and half the cost. So I ended up actually being, you know, making the smarter move here by not buying Brian Dawkins. And that's what I talked about earlier, like not rushing to spend a bunch of coin on these overpriced LTDs, because in a lot of situations like this, they're going to kind of come and go, and you're going to end up paying a lot more coin than you really needed to. So if we go over to my binder here at Strong Safety, Jeremy Chin and Isaiah Palomao, both non-B&D cards that we can sell. Now, am I going to get 500k in totality by selling both of these? Absolutely not. But it is a way to put a little bit of a dent into the cost that we're going to have to pay to get the Jamal Adams player on the team. And Isaiah Palomar really is just a backup right now. We can fill the void with getting rid of him by putting Kyle Hamilton back there as our strong safety backup, who will get all 32 team chems. So Chin is only going to go for about 170K at the very most, probably more like 160, which, you know, kind of sucks considering I just showed you how much I paid for him earlier in the video. We definitely paid a lot more than we needed to, but we didn't know at the time that Jamal Adams was coming. And funny enough, you know, maybe if MuttLeaks would have leaked out that card, I would have known. It's funny that MuttLeaks, it seems like they don't know much about Collector Series. Every other program gets leaked pretty early, but Collector Series on Mondays tends to not to. Regardless, both of those cards are going to get sold. And now I'm going to jump over to the auction house and basically try to find 4 87 overall Collector Series cards for as cheap as possible without using any type of filters here. It looks like on average they're going to cost me like 130K, but we're going to be a little strategic here and see if we can find them a little bit cheaper than that. I basically got them all for 93K. Again, just using filters. You can find cards a lot cheaper, so make sure you don't ever make that mistake of overpaying or not filtering down. I just went 87 Collector Series, and then I sorted through left edge, strong safety, center, and wide receiver, and I got all of them at fairly good prices there. So with those purchases, and then after these two cards hopefully eventually sell, you know, the dent in which we were going to have to initially pay up front is not going to be as much, and now we can go through and get this Collector Series set done and get Jamal Adams on the team. One other set that I want to complete today is going to be a Mosphere Champion set. So if you go back to, I think, last episode, or maybe 2 episodes ago, or within the last 2 episodes, we had some luck with the rerolls, the most feared rerolls, which we were using to build up candy, and I had 3 87 overall hero level cards from the most feared promo. So those are going to go into this set. Michael Vick is no longer QB1. I never got rid of him or sold him. I need one more 87 because we don't want to use Ed Tootsall Jones. We need him for the Collector Series set, so I got to go back and buy one more card, but that's going to add another 90 overall player to the team. According to Mutt.gg, 87s are going for about 90K. I could probably be a little bit more patient, but I'll go ahead and pick up this Nick Herbig card for 89K, so he's slightly under the average value there. But with this pickup, we can now do that set plus the Collector Series set. It looks like the Palomar card sold. So we're going to be adding 2 brand new 90 overall players to the team and still staying above 9 million coins easily. So now let's go through and make our player selections. And I know some of you probably like, Pop, why didn't you just use weekly spotlight tokens on Jamal Adams? I could have, of course. But again, I mentioned it earlier, my goal for this season is to collect all of the 90, 91, and eventually 92 overall champion level Collector Series, Retro Series cards for Season 3. So I'm going to use Jamal Adams now, but when I'm done with him, if I'm done with him anytime soon, we're still going to have that card for the big champion set at the end of the season there. So we still got to obtain Ed Tootsall Jones and also the Tyler Linderbaum, but I want to wait like a couple weeks for those cards because I think they will eventually get cheaper and I don't need them for the roster currently, especially with the 91 overall upgrade or 91 overall champion upgrade coming soon. I could definitely see those cards getting a lot cheaper, and that would be the best time to go through and pick them up. And I think next Monday as well, we'll still be at 90 overall champions for Collector Series. That change to 91s won't take place until a week from tomorrow, a week from Wednesday. So we're just being strategic about it. I might actually go out and build a spreadsheet, and I'll share it with you guys in the next episode to where you can kind of track the prices and everything that you're paying for these cards, so you can go after it as well if you want. Again, it's going to be expensive up front, but I do think in the long run we'll be able to get a lot of the coin back that we spent. As far as the most feared pack goes, I'm going to go with Tyreek Hill. This is kind of a trial card here. I just want to give him a chance and see how he does. 91 stock speed with the most feared strategy item and most feared theme team. We'll get him to 93 speed, which is going to make him the fastest receiver on the squad. As far as who he's going to replace, I still haven't really decided on that one yet. But I think for now, it's going to be Davante Adams. We'll give you the full lineup update here in a moment. But one thing that I'm kind of noticing is that, you know, Season 1 players for the most part are obsolete now. Brian Urlacher's on the roster just because he kind of helps with the overall at Mike linebacker too, even though he doesn't really see the field. But the Season 2 guys are like quickly getting demoted off of the team. I no longer need Carlton Davis. Membu's probably not going to go anywhere. Davante Adams just essentially got replaced. Jonathan Allen is maybe the one player that's going to get put back onto the roster when we go through the lineup update. I'll explain that. But when it comes to the Season 3 guys, not that I don't like any of them, I'm not rushing to upgrade them this season. I've already fully maxed out to this point Creed Humphrey and Will Anderson Jr. And Will Anderson Jr. doesn't even play anymore, right? He's a backup. We need to get him to a 91, stock 91 or base 91, so he gets that double or nothing. But I think this is going to end up being the season between, you know, being able to quick sell a bunch of stuff from the Season 2 and Season 1 players to get season tokens back. And I guess while I'm here now on this screen, we'll get rid of some of this stuff. But I think this is going to be the season where we really just stack our tickets and carry over a very large amount from Season 3 over to Season 4. Now, could that change in a week or two? Absolutely. But for now, I really think that's a move because hopefully Season 4 gives us some really good cards. But, you know, zero chill time is really the best time of MUT, and then we roll into playoffs and Super Bowl. So I want to have a nice amount of currency to the point where maybe we go crazy with boom or bust packs or loading up packs if we need to. So I think really my goal and intention for this season when it comes to the season players is you're going to see at least a bare minimum of 10,000 Season 3 tickets carry over to Season 4, if not a lot more when it comes to everything I'm still going to be able to earn going forward, because I'm only at level 14 on the pass right now, and then all of these, you know, lower overall cards that are probably going to get quick sold. The one thing that I will maintain, or try to at least, is keeping all of these players upgraded to at least one level before their base overall, so I can change their team chem and hide them in the back of the depth chart if I ever need to get to that situation. But that's really what I think I'm going to do going forward this season with the season pass players. Just some other binder maintenance stuff before we give you the lineup update. Number one, if you are going to go through and try to get all these collector series cards, make sure you lock them in your binder so you don't accidentally sell them, quick sell them, or get rid of them. You just select a card and go to the lock feature there, and then you can just toggle it back and forth between lock and unlock. So I did that with Jimmy Smith and Jamal Adams. Also, we have a bunch of strategy items here, so my apologies that I can't show you this in this episode because I forgot to save the recordings from live stream. But basically, as I went through over the weekend, I had a ton of silver and green strategy items. I rolled those up to blue ones, and at the time that I did it, there were a bunch of blue strategy items that were glitched, meaning they basically didn't have artwork in the middle of them, like this Iron Wall one. This one in particular happens to be B&D, so I can't do anything with it. But for the non-B&D ones, you could put them into a set, and I did a whole video on this yesterday. Hopefully you guys checked it out. You could put them into a set that gives you 5 random blue strategy items, and you can see I got a lot of them that are in use right now that are really good, and a handful that are not. I'm going to hang on to these for the time being here, and maybe we just quick sell them at the end of the season because they do have a 20k quick sell value. I'm never going to use this Patriots one. But our team is up to a 91 overall now, not only because of the big theme team change, but also now the strategy items that we have equipped are just providing some insane boosts on the roster. I don't think I have a ton of cards that have high training value as far as quick selling goes, but let me just run through the binder and make sure. Yeah, I had 2 cards here. I guess Andrew Beck can go. No, I'm going to hang on to him. He was our fullback when we had a Packers theme team. If I do ever come back to that theme team, I'll need that card. So we're going to hang on to that stuff there. So 32 training. I'm rich right now because of that. And I think we have a couple things here that quick sell for candy currency. Currently at 6,985. We definitely got to put in some work here because I want to get up to that 24k range, with Javon Curse likely coming out on Thursday for part 3 of the Most Feared promo. I'd like to have enough candy to get that B&D pack opened up one more time like we did last time around with Quinyon Mitchell, so we can get Javon Curse on the team, getting that Eagles chem and getting him for free. So I am currently about 1/3 of the way there. We're going to go through and continue to knock out some solo seasons and stuff on the side to get packs that give us free training content there. But we'll hopefully be there by probably Thursday night, Friday, whenever we put out the next episode, so we can get Javon Curse on the team for free. So here is my official Eagles Raiders theme team. If we take a look at the chemistries, I'm actually at tier 5 on Raiders, so that means I have 25 players there and only 20 Eagles, but they are all getting that +1 speed boost. And then alongside of that, we do still have the Most Feared theme team, which looks like I'm at tier 5, so 25 items for that.
So we get one more speed there, plus the most feared strategy item. It's making a lot of these cards really, really good. And on top of that, I just talked to you guys about the strategy items. I showed these in the video yesterday, so if you saw that video, you saw this. But we got +4 to throw power on the quarterback. We got good route running boost there on our wide receiver, tight end, and halfback. Pass protector, so +2 to run block on the O-line, +2 to block shedding, among other things on the D-line. The linebacker slot is actually a strategy item that boosts the entire defense. So +1 zone, man coverage, tackle, and hit power to everybody on defense. The defensive backs get +4 to man coverage, and then I have the +4 kick power. And of course, the Raiders team strategy item is helping us out. This one also has a training slot for 5 training that adds another +1 to man coverage for all Raiders players, and then the most feared strategy item. So we are boosted all sorts of ways. And when I get to the defense, you're going to see some insane man coverage boosts. But for our offense, you know, the O-line looks good. We did end up buying enough upgrade tokens to fully upgrade Paris Johnson Jr., who is now our starting left tackle. Jari Evans is probably on the way out over there at right guard. Not sure which route I'm going to go just yet. I'll wait and see what we get for team builders and whatnot. But we don't really need him anymore because he got Packers chem and we're not on the Packers team. Wide receivers, we ended up keeping Devontae Smith and Randy Moss. Tyreek Hill is going to be the new slot receiver, and we did get him up to 93 speed. Deshaun Jackson is still out there, mostly a kick and punt returner, but I didn't get rid of him just yet. Lamar Jackson is QB1. He's been really good, and here's just an example of what these, you know, these chemistry or strategy items are boosting. We got him to 92 speed because of the most feared theme team, but 94 throw power between the gunslinger strategy item and everything else. That makes him really good. He's really, really fast, but he can get the ball downfield. And with pocket deadeye, he really hasn't missed many throws for me. So offense looks good. Eric Dickerson and Saquon Barkley are our running backs. Never got rid of Saquon either. Kind of similar to Deshaun Jackson. And on the defensive side of the ball, I really, really like the defense. One change that I might make, and I alluded to this earlier, we added Leroy Glover, and prior to that, we added Chris Jones. I don't really need Chris Jones as far as keeping that most feared theme team because we're at tier 5. I may actually go back to Jonathan Allen here at DT2, who's been really productive, and sell Chris Jones and get a nice amount of coin back for him. I'll probably lose 100K in the process of doing that, and it is what it is, but that's probably something I'm going to do very soon. And in the rest of the D-line, Max Crosby has been phenomenal between the Raiders and the most feared theme team. He's been really, really good. But Myles Garrett's probably going to be on the way out as well to make room for Javon Curse, who should be coming out on Thursday. The secondary is amazing, though. Just look at some of these cards between Eagles boost, most feared boost, and the strategy items. We got Quinyon to 92 speed, 98 man coverage, 90 zone. You even take a look at a card like Sauce Gardner, who's not on a regular theme team for me, but does have most feared chemistry, 98 man coverage. These strategy items are just out of control. I don't think EA should have did this so early in the year, but I'm going to take advantage of them, of course, since they're out there. And then when we look at the new card that we added today, Jamal Adams, between Raiders Chem and then the strategy items, 96 man, 93 zone, 93 hit power, 91 speed. So he's going to play up top in coverage. We do lose a little bit of height on him compared to Jeremy Chin, but I'm okay with that. I can live with that. Our two primary users are still going to be the Shapeshifter card and Ted Hendricks, and I'm in 6-1 for the most part. So those guys are pretty much always on the field, but when I go to a dime formation, where I have 4 defensive backs or 4 cornerbacks on the field, these are still two of my primary users. And one other change I made in the secondary is Eric Stokes. He's an 84 overall card, but if you take a look with all the boosts provided, 92 speed, 92 man coverage on an 84 overall. His zone isn't really good, but he's CB4. Anytime he's in the game, he's either going to be blitzing or in man coverage, so I'm cool with the low zone there. But overall, I mean, pretty happy with the squad and with the theme team change there. We have some very, very good cards, as I'm sure a lot of you do if you switch over to Raiders chemistry. But with team builders coming tomorrow, part 3 of Most Feared on Thursday, part 3.5 on Friday, many more new additions coming to the team. So we'll probably see you Thursday night, Friday morning for the next episode. That's all I got for this one. Thank you for watching. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.